Badejo, please, could you try and eat this food this time? John Torí Ọlọ́run. Hmm. Let's not allow this valuable meal to go to waste this time. Oh.
I told you, I'm not hungry.
How can you say that, Badejo? Ah, these past few days, whenever I painstakingly cooked for us, you dismiss it like it is nothing. Kilo day. I'm exhausted from watching my effort crumble before my eyes. Oh, they shanu me.
Nifemi, food is the least of my concern right now. Can you understand that?
Well, maybe we should talk about the elephant in the room. Abby, for the past 2 months since you lost your job, Okomi, do you know you have arrogantly rejected my help in alleviating our financial struggles? How much longer will you keep evading the grim reality of our crippling situation? I can no longer pretend to be oblivious to it all.
Nifemi, I am already experiencing an overwhelming sense of futility, knowing that I can no longer provide for us in this house. The weight of such a realization makes me feel nonetheless utterly useless. So I implore you, my dear, please refrain from inflicting additional pain upon my already wounded spirit.
Bádéjọ, àkàndá ọkùnrin tí kì í bá wọn náwó àná olówó orí mi. Please understand that you are far from being useless. The loss of a job does not determine your value as my husband. Mo fẹ́ kó mọ̀ yẹn. We are a formidable team, and I wholeheartedly believe that we will conquer this adversity hand in hand.
You don't understand, Nifemi. You don't. I was raised to be the provider, the one who takes care of his family. I cannot accept that I need your help financially.
Bádéjọ, I love you. And love means being there for each other in difficult times. My family's wealth doesn't define me either. You know that. Ó ti mọ̀ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. What matters is that we face these challenges together.
I appreciate your support. Truly, I do. But it is hard for me to accept. I can't let you become the sole provider. It's against everything I believe in.
Badejo, stop it. I didn't marry you for your paycheck. I married you for the person you are. We made vows to love and support each other. Remember that?
Yes, I remember. But it is difficult for me now to let go of my pride. I don't know. This is a family tradition for us. Like, we have to be the provider. I can't let you do that.
Badejo, I understand your pride. But pride can sometimes blind us to the possibilities. We are facing a temporary setback, and it is okay to ask for help. I have the means to support us, and I want to do that for us.
I shall not succumb to the chains of dependency. Nifemi, the mere thought of relying on another person, especially you, sends shivers down my spine. Can you fathom the whisper that will echo through the corridor of society? Picture this, okay? Today, I find myself in the depth of despair, begging you for financial assistance. What's going to happen tomorrow? The world shall deem me a feeble, a pitiful weakling, incapable of forging my own path. I staunchly refuse to become a burden upon anyone. As for your father, dear, he shall bear no burden of mine, okay?
Badejo, this is not about being a burden. It is about being a team. Why can't you see that? I'm offering my support out of love, and you are pushing me away?
I can't accept it. I won't accept it. I'll find another job. I'll prove to you. I'll do this. I got this, okay?
It's not about proving anything, Badejo. I am here for you, but you are too blinded by your pride to see it.
I can't do this right now, you know? Nifemi, I just can't do this right now. I need some air, okay?
Manager, wait, please. Let's talk about this. Please wait. Come back here.
Hello? Hello? Hello, Mr. Mayor?
Hello, Salavlu.
How are you doing at your end?
I'm very fine, sir. You know, call.
Well, I'm most grateful to God.
Alright,
It
sir.
has never been easy.
Badejo, please.
We are most grateful to God. You are
Try and
welcome.
eat this food this time.
I
Thank
was
you,
hoping
sir.
that we will have
Let's not allow this valuable meal to go to waste.
women representation for this kind of topic. you, I'm not hungry.
Okay.
How can you say that, Badejo? This past few days,
All right.
whenever I painstakingly
Yes. For this kind of
cook this
topic,
meat like it is
it will be
nothing.
better to have a female
I'm
representative.
exhausted from watching my
Uh-huh.
efforts cook before my eyes.
Anyway,
Please
to
hand
start
me
us
food.
off, in today's
Femi, food is the least of my
rapidly
concern
evolving
right now.
society,
Can you understand that?
Well, maybe we
things
should
are
talk about
changing
the
every day.
elephant in the room. Abi?
And
For the past 2
while
months
change
since
is
you
not
lost your
easy,
job,
it is very necessary for us to
do you know you have arrogantly
have a way to
rejected
accommodate
my
change.
help in alleviating our financial struggles? How much longer will you keep
One area in
evading the
particular
grim reality
where
of
this
our
change is being
crippling
affected
situation?
is the
I
role
can no
of
longer pretend to
woman
be oblivious to it all.
in the household.
Femi.
So
I
the
am
drama
already
you are
experiencing
watching
an overwhelming sense of
describe the
relief,
situation whereby
knowing
the
that I can no
husband
longer
lost
provide
his
for us
job
in this house. The weight of such a realization
and being
makes
a
me
very
feel powerless, utterly
proud man
useless.
for that matter.
So I implore you,
It
my
is
dear,
hard for men
please
like that to
refrain from
accept
inflicting additional pain upon
any
my already
assistance,
wounded spirit.
let alone assistance from
Badejo,
the female
àpẹẹrẹ
counterpart,
ọkùnrin tí kì í bá
especially in
obìnrin wà
Africa.
náwó lówó orí mi.
When we are saying this, we are not talking about men that are,
The loss of a job does not
by the way,
determine your value
losers.
as my husband. Mo fẹ́ kó mọ̀ ẹ́.
There are
Badejo,
some men
with him. And
that
I
are typical
wholeheartedly
losers.
believe
This is
that
what
we
I
can
mean.
conquer this adversity hand in hand.
They are
You
used
don't
to
understand, Nifemi.
sitting down in one
You
spot,
don't. I was raised to
maybe
be the
watch
provider,
TV
the one who takes care of his
throughout the
family.
day.
I cannot
Refuse to
accept
go
that
out
I
and look for
need
job
your
at all.
help financially.
Or maybe sit at home and play video
I
game all
love
day.
you. And
There are some
love
men like
means
that.
being there for
Okay?
each other in difficult
These are
times.
not the type of people we are talking
My
about here.
family's wealth
Okay?
doesn't define me either.
You see,
You know
there
that.
are
Mo ti
these
mọ̀ yẹn
men
tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. What
who
matters
grew up
is that we
in a
face
very
these challenges
respectable fashion,
together.
learning
I
that
appreciate your support.
it is ideal for men
Truly,
to
I do.
be the man of
But
the
it
house
is hard for me
and
to
take care of
accept.
things, be
I can't
responsible,
let you become the
pay
sole
bills,
provider.
run around.
It's against everything I believe in.
Okay?
Badejo,
And when you
stupid.
find such men
I
in
didn't
a
marry
situation
you for your
whereby they
paycheck.
have to be the
I
one
married
asking,
you for the person you are.
it is
We
most
made
difficult for
vows
them.
to love and support each other.
So
Remember
we are
that?
particularly talking about
Yes, I
African
remember.
culture
But
in
it is
nature.
difficult for me now
Okay?
to let go of
Thankfully,
my pride.
Mayor Lagos,
I don't know. This is a family
you are
tradition
here
for
on
us.
time.
Like we have to be the provider. I can't let you do
You
that.
still use the opportunity to wait
Badejo,
for
I understand your pride,
others.
but pride can sometimes blind us
Mayor Lagos,
to
are
the
you married?
possibilities. We are facing a
Yes, I
temporary
am married.
setback, and it is
Okay, of course I
to
know.
ask
I
for
just
help.
want you to be able to say
I have
from
the means
your
to support us,
money. Let's hear
and
it
I
from
want
the
to do
horse's
that
mouth.
for us.
I shall not succumb to the chains of
Let's
dependency.
hear it directly from the
Nifemi,
horse's mouth.
the mere thoughts of
Man,
relying
yes,
on another
yes.
person,
That
especially
means
you,
your
sends
experience
shivers
will
down my
be
spine. Can
good
you
in
fathom
this
the
regard.
whisper that will echo through the
Some of
corridor
us
of
have
society?
been in the situation
Picture
for
this,
years.
okay? Today,
I find myself in the depth of
Whereas
despair,
this is not just
begging
about
you
married
for
people.
financial assistance. What's going to
This is
happen
also
tomorrow?
concerning those who are
The
on the
world
way,
shall deem me a feeble, a pitiful
dating
weakling,
each other.
incapable of forging my own path.
Mm,
I staunchly refuse to become a
these
burden
circumstances
upon
come up
anyone.
sometimes
As
that
for your
we
father,
need to address.
dear,
I remember when I
he
was
shall
still
bear no
dating,
burden of mine, okay?
Badejo, this is not
it is
about
very
talking
hard
of
for
money.
me to
It is
accept
about being
any
a
gifts.
team. Why can't you see that
Usually, it is
and
always
offer my support
very hard
out
for
of
me to
love
accept gifts. I'm not
and
talking
push
about
you
from
away?
women,
I
from
can't
anybody.
accept it. I won't accept it.
Because
I'll
if you know
find
what I'm
another
saying,
job. I'll prove to you.
uh,
I'll do this.
in
I got
African
this. Okay.
tradition, that
It's not
respect
about
for
proving
one's
anything,
dignity
Badejo.
sometimes
I
can
am
be
here for you,
translated to
but you are
arrogance if you
too
don't understand
blinded
it.
by your pride
But
to
it's just
see
who
it.
we are.
I can't do this
It's
right
not
now.
that we are arrogant. It's just who we
I
are.
just can't do this right now.
That
Listen here,
respect
okay?
and regard for our dignity.
Badejo,
So it's very difficult
Badejo,
sometimes to
wait,
accept.
let's talk about it.
So
Please
now,
wait. Come
Mr.
back
Mayor,
here.
let's discuss this particular situation. Is there anything wrong for a woman to be a provider? Don, you are welcome. Don the Don.
Oga sir, I greet you.
You are welcome. Oh, Baba.
Thank you very much, Oga. The Balabulu himself.
Àwọn àgbà ti wọnú lédè. Okay, Mayor Lagos, start us off. Anything wrong
Okay.
in women
There
being
is
the
nothing
household
wrong.
provider?
There is nothing wrong if a woman becomes a household provider, provided there's a reason for that.
Okay, so that is
You know,
but.
what I mean,
Mayor?
yes, that is but. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is but.
Let me hear your but.
You know, okay, naturally and biblically, I don't know in other religions, it is wired that men will surely be the provider. So, and in Africa, we are as part of men's, you responsibility trait. As a man, you are expected to be the provider of that family, and that is why we say a man is the head of the family. But it is part of what we call gender role. Gender role, like, okay, the man is expected to provide for the family, while the woman is expected to cater for the affairs of the family in terms of taking care of the children, the husband, and other things. But in this kind of our days now, most especially maybe in Nigeria or Africa, I don't know, there is this kind of, due to economic policies and the nature of economy. For instance, if you are a man and you are providing for the family, and suddenly you lost your job, I believe it will be a kind of understandable situation for that woman to take care of the family pending the time that the man will secure another job. And I love the fact that you mentioned, when we started this conversation, you mentioned that we're talking about lazy men. We are not talking about men that are not ready to work at all, but we are talking about the true men that probably, maybe due to maybe changes in the economy situation, or probably he just lost his work due to one or two reasons, and that kind of man has been taking responsibilities. I don't think it is a big deal if the wife or the woman now becomes the person that will now be taking the responsibility as a provider family. So for me, it's a big deal at all. So what I just believe is is that it is a matter of understanding between the man and the woman. In case, the man should not be egocentric, because that is one of the major issues that brings up problem in this case. When a man no, I should be the one doing this, you doing this or doing that, but you are not in the position to do it, not because you are not able to do it. I'm happy that economics in the house. When we are talking of effective demand, there should be willingness and ability to perform, the duty. So if you are just willing in this case and you don't have the ability as a man, and you are having someone partner as a spouse, a female, a woman that can help you out, I don't think there is any issue that should come up as a result of this. That is why we say when two becomes to help one another together, they are helpers. So for me, I see it as part of what is expected in the marital journey, because it cannot be so rosy all the time. Especially man, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that a man will face. So if you now have someone that can give you a helping hand when you have that downtime, I don't see it as a big deal. So for me, I would like to reiterate it again that a woman as a household provider does not matter, provided the man has a genuine reason that makes him not to be able to provide for God. So that's my own stance.
Thank you. Don, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh yeah, about gbé experience yín wọlé ẹ̀yin lé experience díẹ̀. Oh yeah. Ọ̀gá mi Mayor, thank
yeah.
you very much. I really appreciate your wealth of experience in that regard. Go ahead. Get closer to your mic.
Wọlé. Kí n tẹ̀síwájú.
But you are not sounding loud enough. Madam Kemke, you are welcome.
Wọlé. What happened?
I'm hearing you. What happened? Mbere? What happened is that we are all waiting for you. Let me use this opportunity to tell viewers. Is everything okay there, Don?
Everything is fine.
Okay, go ahead and talk. It's just that we are not hearing you. The voice is very faint.
I am trying to do many things together.
Okay.
Anyway, well, like it has been said, it's a matter of understanding. You see, when we have our African culture at play, it is a no-no. But in the present situation of the world, don't let me say Africa, one hand cannot no longer lift that load to the head, particularly if you really want to really lift the load properly. You see, in a very long time, we always have that mentality that this is man's role, this is man's responsibility. But sometimes there are always downtime. No matter how good a company is going up, there will be a time that there will be law of diminishing returns. Sometimes it may be total, sometimes it will just come briefly and you'll be back on your feet. So in situations like that, the essence of a wife or a partner is to help. it is not really, particularly if a certain standard of living that you think should be attained. You know, sometimes if you are looking at the basic life, the basic things, it is not every single this thing, salary or income, that may be able to go beyond the basic. Maybe the basic, yes, so many persons, so many family might be able to do the basic. But when you're looking at, okay, doing beyond that, improving standard of living, making a living, not just existing, in a situation whereby the woman is there getting some, doing some good job that is paying some good money, I don't think it should be any problem having that, other than the male ego. And the male ego these days, it's something that gradually people are dropping, because a lot of things the male ego is not is not doing, you know. Although there are certain things, we have families that will say that, okay, capital project, husband, the running of the home, wife. It's because the wife is capable, the wife is probably definitely earning some good money, salary or private businesses. So it's not really a big deal anymore, like it used to be big deal then. I'm breadwinner of the house. I am the one in charge of the house. Those are the big deals then. But now it's no more a big deal. Any load where you know fit carry, you can always call for assistance, call for help, make an SOS. Madam, this thing is getting too big for me. I am not sure I can cope. So this is how we will do it. You will support with this one. Okay, 3 times school fee. I will pay for 2. As long as they can
Don,
afford it. Yeah,
Don,
sir.
are you using an earpiece?
Yes, you can hear me.
Yeah, that is where the problem is coming from. Please, when you have the earpiece, it makes your voice problematic a little bit. Because you are
How
giving us
about
a
this?
very, very good. Thank you, Ojere.
Am I heard now?
Thank you, Ojere. We can hear you clearly now.
Hello?
We can hear you clearly, loud and clear. This is much
Hello,
better.
can you hear me?
Benny, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear. Go on, we can hear you. Anyway,
Can somebody hear me? Wow. I don't know if anybody can hear me.
We are hearing you, Ojere. If you see my private chat, we hear you. We can hear you clearly.
Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you. Anyway, I'm looking at some of the messages right now.
Can anybody hear me?
We hear you, Don.
Hello?
I can hear you. No, that way I'm a lawyer, for a while. Ture Phillips, some women are not making it easy for men to accept help from them. Okay, that seems like where we are going next. So, just in case you are following us, you can send your question through the chat messages. Okay, we will relay it and we will discuss it. Okay, and MK. KMK, are you there?
I'm here. Oh. Good evening, sir. I'm here.
You are welcome.
Good evening.
You are welcome, madam. You are welcome to the show. It's good to have people with experience in marital situation to join us. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. This man sent a text message. He said that some women are not making it easy for men to accept help from them. you are a woman. Help us, save us from that.
Yes.
Save us from that question. I'm
Truly, we have some women that are making it difficult for men to accept their help, because we have some that are bossy, that any little help they render in the house, in the home, they want to be like, your mates are doing this, I'm the one doing it. I don't know if you understand me, but it's not all women, because nowadays I believe no man wants to marry a liability anymore. You must work. Because I know in those days, Igbo men would not want their wife to work. But these days now, when you go out and see people in the market, in the shop, 99.9% of them are Igbo. And their husbands are doing well, but they still come out to work to help the home, to support the home. So ayé àtijọ́ náà máa sọ pé kóbìnrin máa ṣiṣẹ́. And for those women that makes it very some women makes it very easy for men to accept help from them, in the sense that only really ọkàn. Those are, you have to be submissive to your husband, but you have to be submissive to your husband, like maybe your husband is having a difficulty in his place of work, or maybe the salary has not been paid, because we have some companies, some offices where they don't pay their salary as at when due. Their own 30 days don't make a pay. They will still do like some more extra days more before they get paid. And this kind of men, maybe they cannot afford maybe transport fare to work. The woman comes in this kind of situation that, okay, oh dear, ẹgbà eléyìí o, tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ní, ẹ máa fún mi. I know of some, my husband will always tell me, madam, just take care of this one, take care of this one, don't worry. Then by the month end, I will sort you back. So kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tó difficult fún ọkùnrin, fún obìnrin láti help. When there is love, there's no length I cannot go for my husband to make our home a better place. When there is love between the two couples, a lady can go to any net to assist the man. But there are some men that will tell you, "Otio, I can never take penny from my wife. No, I have to be the one to provide everything." Kò dẹ̀ ní agbára. The power is not there. But that ego will make him say, no, I can't. God forbid. I can never do that. My wife cannot bring money home and I will collect from. My wife cannot even cook and I will eat from it. I have to provide. If I do not provide the money for them to cook, I can never eat out of those food. I know some people that will say that have been doing that. So it depends on the agreement between the husband and wife. So it depends on their agreement. How do I put it? Sorry.
But we understand you clearly. It is not easy sometimes for some men to actually accept assistance, but there are reasons for this. And Kemke, you mentioned few of the reasons, which is depending on the behavior of the wife. If the wife is the type that's usually slam it in his face every now and then, call him names here and there, it might be difficult for him to accept such help. But most African women are not like that. The truth must be said. Most African women are not like that. Most African women are humble. In this part of the world, in the Western world, they call such humilities, they call it stupid. Okay? Please, let us address that. Okay? Most of our African women are humble. They have humility. For example, you will see a wife trying to assist her husband with some money, and she will call the husband behind in a private setting where nobody will know what is going on, and slide the amount of money she's trying to give, slide it into the man's pocket. Whereas nobody is going to see it. That is wisdom. Whereas you will see some women that will call the husband in the open marketplace Lagbaja Bobby Jare, this is the money you asked for. Where is it? You see, in the two aspects, the only difference is that one is making his home to be private and address his issue in a private, whereas the other one don't care. Okay, but men, because of ego, they do care about these things. So, like you said, I agree with you to some extent. But when we are dealing with men that are abusive, how can a woman handle such situation? A man is abusive and yet he's lazy. Okay. A man is abusive,
Yeah.
yet he's lazy.
Yeah.
How can a woman handle such situation if she's the main provider? I hope other people are joining you. Mayor Lagos, I see you. Mayokun, I see you, but I don't hear you. Anyway,
It
if
is
you want to go on that, go ahead.
It's a matter of understanding. The woman has to understand the wife. For them to get married, I think they should have known themselves to some extent. And for such man that has ego and will not want to accept from the wife, as in, I fear such man because they will not have and they will not want you to get it and they will want you to suffer. So you have to like call maybe let me not say pastor. I don't want to bring pastor in now because these days our pastors gone. Maybe you call maybe the father or the mother, or you cry on him that me, I don't want us to suffer. That is why I want to come in. And coming in does not mean I will be the edge. You are still the edge. You make him understand that yeah, you are still going to be the head. Nothing is going to change your position as the head of the family. But don't let me just come in and help. We can't continue suffering like this. Just talk him. There are many ways that will be refilling more. You can now fall back to your shell or you report him to either the father or the mother before you can take it further from there. You make him see reasons why you have to come in. Let's say you have kids now. You don't expect your kids to go hungry because your husband is stubborn, does not want to accept help from you. You tell them that if you think I cannot do it, can I do it for myself and my children? Because my children will not go and beg or suffer because of your agidi. Because I know some men that they are bent on what
MK, I think we lost her. Don, are you back? Anyway, to continue on our thoughts, Oluwaseun Bolaji, Miss Oluwaseun Bolaji said that it is a matter of understanding. Yes, agreed. It is a matter of understanding. Understanding is a primary tool in a relationship. Either is a dating relationship or is a marital relationship. Don, are you back? Mayor Lagos.
I am with you.
Okay. As we were talking, Tosin Alab says, some women try to seek retribution when their husband is financially down. Okay. Some women already target some situation that happened in the past. Okay. And then when they had the opportunity to be the breadwinner, they use that as a weapon to seek retribution. That's what Tosin Alab said. Mayor, can you address that issue?
All right. The truth of it is we are all emotional as human beings, and there is none of our decision that is not emotion, no matter how we are trying to be objective and we are trying to be reasonable. And that is why it is good for a man to do the right thing when he has that opportunity and grace. Like when you have the money, spend it on your wife, spend it on your children. Let them know that yes, you have this money. You know, don't feel as if you are the Lord or you are the boss, like you can do and undo. Because I know some men, when they have this change, they turn to become a semi-god. They turn themselves to semi-god and they maltreat the woman, believing after all, I am the provider. If I don't give you this, you cannot do this. If I don't give you that, you cannot. Anything you do is just like the saying of our Nigerian police force, that they will tell you that anything you say now will be used against you in the court of law. So anything a man does whenever he has money or whenever he has the capacity or the capability to cater for the family, to spend for the wife, for the children. So the way you have tried to portray yourself then, when you have that opportunity, is still the same way you'll be treated when the table turns around. Like when it is now the turn of the woman to take care of the responsibilities that you're supposed to be the one to, to take care of those things, she will also feel the same way you have been doing. Now, for instance, if you are so arrogant, maybe she asks for this, you talk to her anyhow, as if after all she does not have any other thing or any other person that could provide it for her. Definitely, when it is your own time and you are down, she will treat you the same way you have treated her. And if you have also treated her with humility, like whenever she asks for anything, you attend to her, you listen to her, you provide to her, by the time you also are in that position, she will also be humble to do whatever she will. Not because even if such a woman is arrogant naturally, she will remember when you were spending, when you were in charge. She will try to imbibe the qualities and the attitude you exhibit when you were in that. So it is still the matter of understanding, it is the matter of attitude, and it is the matter of it is when we are talking of provider, I said the other time, it is the account that dictates who the provider is. So if you are opportune to be provider today, it can change. Nobody prays for bad things to happen, but it can change. During COVID-19, many men lost their job, not because they were lazy or because they were not, really capable of doing the job. It was due to this sudden economic uh, issue. So in that case now, if you have been treating the woman very well, you yourself will have free conscience, and your conscience will be very free to the extent that you can even use your mouth to ask, I need this, I need that, and you will not feel bad. Because when you were in that position, you have done your best, and it was so clear to the woman, even to the children, that yes, truly you have done your best. So for me, it is no issue at all. But the truth is, you as a man, everyone as a man, when you have the opportunity to take care of your wife, take note and be very conscious of how you will treat them. Don't say because I'm the one giving her money, I'm the one providing for the house, I can talk to her anyhow, I can, molest her, I can rubbish her. When it is now your turn, when you don't have anything, she will also want to retaliate, either directly or indirectly. So it is just a matter of a saying that respect is reciprocal. And there is a rule that is called golden rule: unto others what you want them to do unto you. So why can't you treat the way you want her to treat you? That is just the simple rule and law. When you have treated her with respect when you were providing for her, she will also treat you with respect and love and care. Time she will not be in that position to be the provider, pending the time you are going to, get balanced as a man of the house.
Thank you very much. Let me use this opportunity to apologize to viewers and to all the participants. Last week, we had a very big emergency, and that is why we are not here to do live. So as time goes on, we have alternative means to actually make sure that the live still happen regardless. Thank you very much, Mayor. Mayor from Philadelphia, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Okay. If there is any reason I'm not able to hear you, can you go back and reconnect? Don, are you back?
Live and direct.
Okay. We are hearing you the last time. Oh, you keep asking if anybody is hearing you. We can hear you clearly.
But I couldn't hear the response.
And sometimes it's like that, but it's just that when you use earpiece, it's really reduce your voice. We can't hear you properly.
It was when I removed the earpiece that I was asking if anybody could hear me.
Because somehow the earpiece is still connected. It happens that way. Ogami, èmi electronic díẹ̀ jù yín lọ. Anyway, you hear all the tori.
Wow. You see, the one thing there's something I heard somebody said about being submissive. Being submissive is not the same thing as being understanding. You could be submissive and not be understanding. And you see, the problem with women, don't let me say with women, because it will be unfair to paint everybody with the same brush. Now, there are some women that believe that whatever you do for them, whatever they assumed responsibility, quote and unquote, they must pay them back. It's not always like that. You see, sometimes there are money that, as a woman, you just don't even, because the man trying to even figure out how to pay you back could even be a bigger problem for him. We need to really understand the situation of a particular man at that point in time. Because you see, when we are talking about needing help, some men will not voice out they need help. So if you understand your man very well, it has nothing to be, being submissive is just a part. But when it comes to financing, it's not really, it must be somebody who is really understanding. Because it takes an understanding to know that, oh, okay, since my work pays better, I can afford to do these things for the house without necessarily, because there are different between things you do because presently I don't have the money, but when I have money, I will do it later. But there are some things that it is obvious you cannot afford it. So where do you place that when you are saying that I will do it now, then you can pay me later? Knowing fully well that there is tendency for that person, for that your partner not being able to pay you. Will you do it or not? So that is where the understanding comes really in and very handy. As we have all said, this life, no balance. We all keep praying that may we always have that grace to be able to achieve our responsibility. But like the Yoruba used to say, they say, "Wọ́n ní taba ní ká má tẹ̀, taba sáré ká má tẹ̀, taba ti tẹ̀, eré ká má kú ló kù." You know? So I think it's hello.
Wàá pa mí, sir.
Àmì. I think it's something we just the women need to come to understanding that it's not always as they may wish it to be.
So if I'm hearing you right, you are talking in respect to emotional sides of men. Because
Yes,
we
it is
often
not
think
just
that
about respect only.
yeah, we
Being
often think
submissive, I'm not even so sure if I'm comfortable with that word submissive. What do you mean submissive? A yes woman. Anything your husband says is a yes. Anything, either right or no, yes, that's being submissive. So it's I don't know. Maybe there are some English people there who can really give us a better word, because I think that submissiveness is somehow to me. Maybe it's just me, sir.
I can understand you. Sometimes these words can actually mislead us into thinking that for example, if we use submission in that regard that you are saying, that would be like bending the woman to a particular routine that
Exactly.
she doesn't have any other choice. But the biblical or scriptural submission, that is not what he's saying. It's completely different. Maybe when we have people like theologists in the house, they will explain to us better what the biblical submission is, because I'm very sure that is not what the Bible means. Because when we say respect should be reciprocal, the Bible also expresses the same thing. Love, the same thing. So whatever you give to your wife, you should expect the same thing to happen to you. The Bible says that. So that is why I cannot say that that is the type of submission the Bible is talking about. But today,
it could be
these words,
but actually it could be. I think it could be actually, but the thing is, the reality is things are changing. Those days, you see, when they do the counting in the Bible, they will say 1,000 men plus 5,000 men plus women and children. Women don't really speak then; they don't have voice. So they could be referring to that submissiveness then. But is it still applicable now?
Of course, not in today's world. Okay.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
You will be a man that is completely out of touch to think that you can treat a woman in that manner. You will be a man who is completely out of touch to think that you can actually put a woman in a situation whereby she has no other choice but to be your choice all the time. No, you will be completely out of touch. And not just completely out of touch, you will be idiotic to be thinking that way. Sorry to use that language, but that is the fact. Okay,
but
because in the world we live today, you know, I think the word you are looking for is cooperation. Okay, some people have sent us messages saying understanding really matters. There must be cooperation too, you know, between the couple. Don't let me be the one talking. Let's address some other issue here. In the society, okay, especially in Africa, there is a lot of stigmatization from the society. For example, I will give you an example. When I was growing up, okay, and when I got to a stage where I used to have a girlfriend, I remember that you know how we pound yam in with our mommy. When you want to pound yam with your mama, you have to hold the anybody have pound yam before?
Even if you have not, you see where they found them.
Báwo ni o ṣe ní sẹ́yìn kan lórí bíbá èyí tó ti pound yam before? Oh, go.
I did.
Thank you, Ojere. I'm even talking of men who have actually pound yam in the past.
I have actually.
You see, what this is where I'm going. When you carry that omodo and started pounding yam, egbegi, egbego, egbaga, guess what? When your girlfriend show up, you will throw that odo, you will throw it on the floor and run away and go and hide somewhere. Okay? That is the mentality. Because you will be doing fine, boy. They don't want to see you pounding yam. Now, let me translate that to a situation whereby the man now is the one asking for money. In our society, most of the man's friend will not show adequate understanding. His parents may not show adequate understanding. I've seen situations whereby when a man is now down to that level, his parents will be the one pounding him right there. So this is what life now becomes for you. To be sitting down and be expecting money from your wife. That is the situation in some cases. So that means a man has to deal with those stigmatization. Okay. Thankfully, all of you are men. How do you handle that?
All of us.
That I'm seeing here. Oh, Alabs. I'm sorry. Alabs, I'm sorry. There's a woman in the house. I thought all of you are okay. So how do you handle that situation? Mayor Lagos, can you start us on that? If you find yourself in that kind of situation, and yet you become a laughing stock, because that's one of the things we hear in the play. You know, in order to avoid becoming a laughing stock, and yet you don't want to be a laughing stock, how do you handle that?
Okay. First and foremost, there is a word you mentioned. You said cooperation. You know, I got to realize something. You know, I'm dealing with some parents. You know, I'm a teacher, so when I go for lessons like that, you know, I got to realize that in most cases, the man of the house will be the one to tell the wife that, oh, we need a private teacher for our son or for our children. But at the end of everything, it is the woman of the house that will be dealing with you as a private teacher, like paying your money, passing messages to you, you know, getting feedback from you to the man. Now, situation now, I will not assume that the woman is the one taking the responsibility or being the provider of the family, because I know that there is a chain of command. Like, for the fact that I am talking to that woman, she's talking to me, she's giving me the next, I am giving her the feedback. I still believe that it is through the word that's what chain of command is coming from. So what am I trying to say? In this case, if the table turns around and that's what to provide, I still won't believe that for the sake of, you know, confidentiality, for anything like mockery or laughing stock not to come in, the woman should just still maintain that chain of command, that hierarchy. Like, don't let things be exposed. Let the way you people relate, people have known you to be, let it remain, so that nobody will even, they can just feel like maybe the man is on leave, or probably the man is trying to, you know, do some extraordinary things, probably wants to be on his own. But if you have decided to change that structure that people have known that family to be, definitely there is no how. People will surely penetrate. People will surely penetrate. And I'm very happy that most of us here, we are Yoruba. There is a saying, pé tí ó ṣe bí òwe pé tí ògiri ò bá lanu, aláǹgbá ò lè wò ògiri. Okay, it's
If
just
there's
like,
no
okay,
crack in the wall, there's no way a reptile can crawl
yeah,
in.
there is no how, no matter how the reptile is so smart, it can never happen. It's just like, okay, let me assume I have been giving my money, my wife money, you know, to do some things, and people used to know that, okay, whenever she's buying based on my command or based on my wish or whatever. Now, by the time I am broke, I don't see any reason why it will be open to anybody that, oh, he does not give me money. Oh, I am the one that is buying this from my pocket, just to show that you are the one taking position. So I just believe the same way you have been keeping quiet, buying those things, It's still the same way you should just maintain. Just go to wherever you are buying, just buy, come back home. So people will just be like, what is happening? Your dad is not going to work or your husband is not going to work, and you people are still living fine. They will be asking, hope there is no problem. This one that is not going to work, you are the only one going to work. But what people want to see is, once they have seen that crack, they penetrate. It's very possible for someone not to go to work and the family will be living fine, depending on the nature of the job or the arrangement that the person has made as a man. So if you are in the position as a woman, please maintain that structure that you have been maintaining before, so that people will just be feeling like, ṣé bóyá kò kọ̀ fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn mọ́, bóyá ó dẹ̀ ti níṣẹ́ mi tó mú wọlé wá fún. So they will not, even though they reason, in as much they want to get money and the money has been given out the way they have been receiving it before, there will not be any means of them suspecting, to the extent they will not penetrate the family and be, talking down or messing up somebody in the family. So for me, it's just a matter of understanding and cooperation. Like we have mentioned, understanding and cooperation. For instance now, there are some women, when they are in charge, they want people to know indirectly. They can like, oh, bàbá lágbájá, mo ti bá yín fowó lẹ̀ sórí table tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra nǹkan kan o. In that sense now, the man will be feeling pains like, assuming I am the one that have dropped this money, such a statement will not come out from this woman. So, and we men, to some extent, we are somehow egocentric. We are wired to be so sensitive to the extent that we don't want our secret to be known or to leak out. Excuse me, when it comes to this financial incapacity, like when you are down as a man, you don't really want people to know your status. And you'll be very happy if your wife can for that period. But for some women, they may think they are really covering up. But the truth is, the way you talk, the way you behave, for instance, you that you have been the one, doing the house time, as a wife, that's your work, doing the house chores, and you are now like telling the man like, kúkú lọ bí iṣẹ́, kúkú máa bá wa ṣe léyìí. You are trying to insinuate that since you are not, you are not providing, you are not having any, financial, whatever like before, you should be doing what you have been doing. To some extent, the man will be changing, and that type of man will be reacting negatively. So women too should understand that as they are trying to cover up for men, they should just be very careful about what they will say, what they will do, because immediately a woman takes up that mantle, that man becomes very sensitive. Like, let me see how she'll be talking to me now. Let me see how she'll be treating me now. Let me see how she'll be greeting me now. And everything the man is, collating, the man will surely use it against her. She will surely react to all those actions. So that's why I said, as a woman, if you are doing it, make sure you do it with, humility. Like you are taking over the finance, you are the one providing. Don't do it with this arrogance of a thing, because you're so sensitive and you can like, oh, I don't want it again. I prefer to die of starvation. There are men like that, starvation, than a woman should be talking to them or misbehaving to them all the name of she is taking the responsibility of the family. And there are some men, they don't care. Their own is just do what they believe you can do. To give me food, abuse, give me food, talk to me anyhow, give me food, send me on errands. But at the same time, if such a situation arises, especially for a man that has been the one providing for the family. That kind of man will be so sensitive to the action, to every action of that woman while she'll be taking charge of those responsibilities. So to women, they need to understand all this. They need to understand all this. And like I say, like a time, they must not let the chain of command or the chain of giving order to change because she wants taking over the affairs of the family. That one is very important for outsiders not to penetrate or turn another party or other party to a laughing stock, like you said earlier. So it's very paramount, sir.
We thank you very much. We have a woman
Can
in
I
the house.
can I
We
say
thankfully I just said we had a woman in the house. Okay, so that
because I
it will
have
not be a
two.
wrong-headed. And sorry, madam. I still want KMK to make it back. We need more women in the room. I already put the link on the comment section. If you want to come in, we need more women in the room. Okay, so that this will not be another situation whereby men are dictating what women should be or what women should do. That is not what we are trying to do here. We are trying to actually put a recommendation in place that everybody can apply, and women's voice really matters. Please use the link and come in and introduce yourself and come in, and that's all right. Okay, Madam Alabs.
Okay, sir. I have Emiloko, because I have been waiting patiently. I had two particular out of what Uncle Mayor said now. I have two particular things that like I'm holding on to. Actually, I have other things, but at least I have two that I'm holding on to.
Uncle Mayor, you are in trouble now.
At first, he said we're understanding cooperation. Everybody was saying the same thing, but he said sometimes some women that when they're trying to help the husband or try to help him out, the way women do it. Let me put myself in the category. The way we like address our husband when it comes to helping financially, it makes some men sensitive. Sometimes, even when the man was the one providing for the family, the woman is saying the same thing. Even maybe the woman is even saying worse things. The man doesn't see it to be something. But as soon as the woman takes up the mantle, then the man is looking for every avenue to make sure he tackles the woman. And that will not bring peace to the house. And he said, okay, that sometimes maybe when the woman is the one working hard to make sure the family is together and make sure she pays the bills of the family and just make sure the family is being fed, that then the woman will ask the husband, please, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? To me, I don't even think the woman is supposed to ask for anything like that. The man should help out. Except if you want the wife to die quickly. Because okay, now the wife has a lot of things going on. She has to work, like extra job. She has to take care of the kids. She has to take care of the house, take care of the husband, and if it is possible, take care of the family too. I'm talking about the extended family. Maybe they've been taken care of. Now the woman has to cover all that place. So I don't think it's a sin, or I don't think it's something maybe like unreasonable for the man to help out at a particular aspect. Even sometimes you see some men, they don't care. They will be the one take care of their kids. They take the kids to the bathroom, they shower, they dress them up. Sometimes they take them to school because it's their kids. But some men are like typical African men, and that is where problems start in the family. I'm not gonna lie, there is no how submissive, no how gentle that woman may be, the problem will arise.
If it doesn't arise at the beginning, it will eventually arise because nobody is going to take it. Because that woman, because sometimes she's going to walk, and she will be tired. Because the man wants everything now. The man wants food. And apart from everything, when the woman is done, maybe the woman is going to work very early in the morning. She has to like take care of the house, cook for the kids, and do that. Then at the end of the day, maybe the woman sleeps and is trying to sleep gently on the bed. The man is already tapping her again for another job, midnight job. The man is already tapping her again for midnight job. That means the woman has to go for a money job, then come back in the evening, take care of the kids. That's the evening job. Then when she's supposed to sleep and rest, then another midnight job. And if the woman is trying to resist, I'm tired, I need to rest, I'm going to work in the following day, they will say, oh, she's this, she's that. At the end of the day, how do you expect that family to work out? But if the man is already helping out, maybe when the wives come back from work, then most of the things at home is already done. Actually, though some women might see it to be ungrateful and started talking anyhow, it's possible. But at the same time, the man is supposed to, if you want your household to be in peace, to be the woman to be happy, then everything you're supposed to help her. She doesn't even have that woman is not supposed to ask you any question. You're supposed to do it. Like sometimes when she's back from work, there's meal already on the table that both of you will eat together. And with that, the woman even be happy to do more and go extra miles for the family. Then the another thing there is that Uncle Mayor said the woman should be able to protect the husband's dignity. And when you are trying to help financially, make sure you protect his respect, dignity. Make sure people don't know you are doing this, you are doing that. Okay, let me give you one scenario. If maybe when the husband is like financially buoyant, he's a type of person that his thing is not always in his pants, it's always from one place to the other because he has the money to do it. So he's jumping from one girl to the other. Anything under skirt and is always there, and he has money to do it. Though the wife is not happy, but the wife has no option just to keep to herself, and sometimes get annoyed. There is nothing she can do about it. And that's what the people will say. Okay, now, and she has been to herself, and she's been looking from one way or the other to hit the man that it will pain the man. Now let me say God accept her prayer. Luckily the prayer was answered, and the man is now financially down. Now, what do you expect the wife to do? You expect the wife to be giving that same man. She will go out there to work hard, now pack the money, give it to this man, and let this man go and spend it the way he's always spending money on one woman, from one lady to the other. It's not possible. That woman will never do that. No woman will do that and be happy with it.
I will come in briefly, okay? But if you what because if you are to interrupt, that's what you always say. See, when you say no woman will do that, that's where I need to come in, because that is another topic for another day. Some women are trapped in abusive relationship, that even though they see all these things that you mentioned, they still at the end of the day give everything they make to the man, to the same man who is being abusive. So it happens that I will even say on the average, most women will do that. They will, normally it's not supposed to be like that, but they will, and that is why it is the onus is upon the society to be able to help women like that. Some women are trapped in abusive situation that they will do that. Okay, go on, some.
But like you said like the woman is trapped in. That is, there are some people, like you said, they are more or less like slave in their marriage rather than being independent. But we're talking about independent women. We're talking about women who are doing things with their own, as in out of their own will, not because the man is like pestering them or forcing them to do it. The issue of abusive or slavery in marriage, that one is another topic, like you said, or another case entirely. But now we're talking about set of people, set of marriages that the women is given the power to do as her own will. That is what we're talking about now, and that is the category of women I'm talking about, because it's not possible. Like I myself, I will put myself in that particular shoe. I'm not going to do that. Never. I won't be going out there to work so hard, bring it home, so that the family could be in a good position and give it to the husband, and the husband will take it out there on some people to spend it on some women. It's not
I
possible. I'm
love
not going
this.
to do that.
Okay.
Never.
I love that. Let me react to what you said. If you have listened to what I said earlier, I said the economy has changed the fact that gender role does not work like before again. Gender, like we believe that a man will be the one to go out there, bring home money, the wife will stay at home. So for any understanding and reasonable man, when you know you are not capable, or there is a reason for you not to be able to go out there and get money, at least you should be able to do some reasonable house chores. But for me, it is a normal thing. Like there are some house chores I know I do constantly, like normal thing. After all, before such a person got married, he has been doing some things. You cannot tell me as a man you cannot sweep, you cannot do some things. So if situation comes up, as a reasonable man, you should be able to put yourself in the shoe. Like, okay, if you were the one that has gone to work, will you still come back again? When you have someone that can be of help to you, will you still come back and be running scatter all in the name of you still want to prepare, or make things happen in the house? So everything boils down to understanding as a person. Like naturally, there are some men that when they are even the provider of the family, they do this house chores, like they like sweeping, they like. Some men don't want their wives to wash their clothes. In fact, some men will tell you, I don't want washing machine for so type of clothes or whatever. They want to wash it themselves, not because the wives know how to wash, but because they want to do it satisfaction, and at the same time they want to reduce the stress of the wife. But at the same time, bossy men, they feel like I am the boss. They feel like, no, I need to act like the boss for my wife to know that I am the man. So all these are what we have in different, different men. And we cannot shy away from the truth that there are different traits, different characteristics and attitudes that are exhibited by men and even women also. So it is a two-way thing. Like we have said, some men, they don't care. They will wash the clothes. They will clean the house. In fact, some men will cook. Naturally, even when they are still going to work, they are active, they will cook. They will take care of the family. They won't tell their wife. In fact, presently, I still know of a particular couple now. When they go to work and they come together, they work in the same place. I think they are running a microfinance bank. When they come home, the husband will be doing the sweeping, while the woman will be cooking, the other will be doing the washing, doing all those things. You would think they are sharing work. And I have also noticed that for that particular family, there are times that it's like they will give themselves like, okay, you the man, you cook for this week, you the woman. So when the man is cooking, the wife will go and rest. She will be playing with her phone, she will be relaxing. When it is turn of the wife to do that, the wife too will be in the kitchen, the man too. But I have noticed that instead of the man to be resting, he always do other chores like washing clothes with washing machine, cleaning the car, washing the footwears of the children. So I really love that because they both went through the same stress. And at times, I used to discover that it's like the woman used to go through stress more than the man. But the man tries his best always to make sure that when they get home, he help the woman in some, so that at the end of the day, they share the stress equally. And that is what we are expecting when we are talking about understanding and cooperation. So not to even talk of the fact that the man is his job and the wife will be the one providing for the family. So it should be very clean and clear that the man is expected to render help when it comes to doing all those house chores. Because for a woman that will go out there to hustle and come, start cooking, start sweeping, is unfair. That is just the truth. So I understand from the perspective of female also. So but the truth is just that we cannot be the same as human being, either man or woman. So that's just it.
All right. One fact is completely clear where we are right now is that for a situation like this to work perfectly, there must be a mutual respect on both ends. A woman have a way to show respect for a husband that is down, and a husband that need assistance from the woman must have a way to show respect that you actually honor her efforts. Because unfortunately, due to some unnecessary traditional rules that some people are hanging on to, they fail to actually give respect where respect is due, especially when the respect is supposed to go to the woman. The woman is providing. She's going to work. She's doing all that she can. You see, realize that when man go to work, he comes home. Some women have the habit of actually taking her coat and put it in the right place. Ask her some question. Ask him some question. Have you eaten? Would you eat? Is your food is ready? Would you like to take a shower before you? Just saying the necessary thing to calm his tension down. Because trust me, when you go to work, women or men, you go there to face a lot of stress, and you are coming back home with a lot of tension. Those who are working will know what I'm saying. Okay, so when the man comes home and he actually meets a woman who knows the right thing to say, trust me, his blood pressure will come down right away. Okay, not literally, symbolically, will come down. He will relax. Now, what about men? Your woman gone to work all day. She's back home. Do you know exactly the right thing to say to make sure that she calm down from the stress she's bringing from work? Or are you the type that will complicate things for her? Wọ́n ní bó ṣe wà ní Líkì, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló wà ní Gbàǹjà. I don't know if you understand that proverb. It means that as you have it in A, so you also have it in B. Okay? And wọ́n tún máa ń sọ pé pẹ̀lẹ́ ó lákọ ó lábo. That means I'm sorry has an undertone to it. It has a tone that you will say I'm sorry, and people will say, Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? When you say I'm sorry, it's different from when you say I'm sorry. Two different things. Okay. So sometimes let me say one more proverb. Okay, you heard of me today. This is not even proverb. I think it's in the Bible. Okay, there's ohun rere ó máa ń yọ obì lápò. It's a proverb. It's a Yoruba proverb. That is a very word well spoken. We actually entertain you to give out a gift. Sometimes when two men are fighting and you come in between them, there is a way you will say things and it will de-escalate. Whereas some people will come in and they will say things and it will escalate. Okay, so words really matter. When a woman is the one who is the breadwinner, she goes to work, she comes back home. You are the husband. Are you saying the right thing to welcome her so that there will not be trouble in the villa when she's coming in? Let's reverse the role. When the man goes in or goes out all day to go and make money, and he comes in, you are the woman. Even before you offer food or anything else, are you sure you are saying the right thing to him when he is arriving from work? All these little things, it really matters. It really matters. As much as we are emphasizing on problematic relationship, divorce here and there, trust me, a lot of people are getting it right. A lot of marriages, they are getting it completely right. And it is not because they are superhuman, no. Not because they are perfect, no. It is because they have a mutual way of respecting each other. Respect goes in both ways. It's not a one-way street at all. It is not a one-way street at all. Even your own child, okay? Even your own child, the child that is growing up right in front of you like this, you have to show a respect to that child. An amount of respect is necessary from you as a parent to your children, let alone your wife or your husband. These things really, really matter in marriage. But unfortunately, we overlooked it. We pay so much attention to this ego that we have. So much attention that we completely overlook the fact that that respect has to go around. Okay? Now, what are the steps? What are the steps that each one of us can take to actually show that we value our partner in whatever regard? For example, if you are the woman that is the breadwinner, you are bringing money every day, how can you still continue to show value to that man that is jobless? Okay? And if you are that man that a woman is providing for, how can you put down your ego and understand that you have to show her some value? Okay? I want one of our women in the house to take on. Let me see. Hold on, please. Is Dawn back? Dawn, I see you come and go. Whenever you arrive, please let me know. Okay? Give me a ring in the bell. Let Miss Alabs, can you start us off on that particular area?
Yes.
Please hold on. I see a lot of some emoji, thumbs up, heart, but I really need you to send comments because I need to be displaying your comments to everybody to see. Okay? If you are in the comment section, please type that thing. Okay? Do the typing. I appreciate your emoji, but do the typing so that we can present it to everybody what your opinion is. Okay? Go on, Miss Alabs.
Okay, I have this particular story. It's not really a story. It's like some people that I knew through one of my friends. I used to go to my friend's house. If I mention this particular family, the family is well-known in Nigeria. The wife worked with Obasanjo before, so I'm not going to mention their name. But what I'm trying to say was what the question you're trying to throw out there, that if the wife is really working hard, how do the man complement the woman and make the wife happy, and the family make the family a happy family? Actually, I don't really know much about the husband, but I've seen the husband a couple of times when I go to my friend's house. But they have a very big mansion in front of my friend's house, and my friend's mom has a shop in front of their own house that they sell things. So the man is always outside, sitting down in front of his own house. So they talk from one house to the other. Both the man, because the man is more often at home, and the wife is always at work, sometimes at Abuja, sometimes Port Harcourt, and she works with the government then with Obasanjo, so he's always traveling out of the country, inside the country and things like that. But I've seen the woman maybe like once or twice. But to my surprise, that very day I saw that woman, something happened that I was so surprised about it. So I asked my friend, and she said, that's the normal thing that happens between both of them, that's how they behave. I said, are you kidding me? With the caliber of person this woman is, what really happened that very day is that I was there in the evening, and the woman was coming back from work with entourage, and the husband was outside the compound, sitting down on the chair, playing with my friend's sister. They have a very little sister then, that the man used to, hey, my wife, you will be the small wife. So the man is always buying her things, and the mom will they play together. And immediately when the wife was coming, she stepped out of the car and she went to the husband. She went straight on her knees. Her two knees was on the floor in front of the husband, and he greeted the husband, and they both hugged each other while the woman was on the floor. With that caliber of person the woman is, with everybody at her back, that particular day I was like, I've never seen this before. That shows the kind of woman that woman is. That shows her virtue. I was so surprised. So later I asked my friend, I said, what happened? Is she doing that because people were many outside? Then my friend said, no, that's how they do, both of them. I said, wow. And it was because of this woman that name, that particular family's name, was known throughout Nigeria. The man is, I'm not saying the man is nobody, but to me, the man is nobody in Nigeria. But the work of the wife was what brought the name to limelight. But due to that, they said the wife is the best thing that can ever happen to anybody. She doesn't think about her status in the society. When he wants to greet the husband, he's always on his knees when he's talking to the husband. But one thing I'm trying to bring out in this story I'm talking about is, I don't think, even if that woman has that particular attitude, if that woman has that particular inbuilt in her to be humble, that man has done something for him to be able to unlock that humbleness in that woman. Because if that man is not that kind of a man, like maybe like kind, good to the woman, romantic and things like that, that humbleness will have been dead in that woman since. Because there's no how somebody can be good if the husband is a negative person all the time. The woman will be bittered, and there are some maybe like some behaviors, some virtue in the woman that is going just to die. But because that man was good, I guess that man too was humble, and the man was able to unlock all those characteristics in that woman, and it pays the family, and the family were happy. So sometimes one thing I know about women is that women will go extra length for their husband to make sure the husband is successful in life. There are a lot of men out there that they are successful today because of the wife. If the wife should back out, should back out of some men's life, they are finished. Even some men did not even know the source of their wealth. The wife knows everything. The wife is the one doing the work, and the man knows nothing. That is how, that is the length that women will go for their husband. But most times, those husbands They don't pay them with kindness. They pay them with bitterness. They pay them with sorrow. They don't treat them good. And that's one thing that men should understand. That with these women you are looking at, you are something today because of most of those women. They've gone through a lot for men. So if men can find it in within themselves to treat their wife with utmost respect, to treat them good, I think family issues will be something of minimal in the society. I'm not saying it's going to eradicate all the problems, but at least it will help. Because most men, they believe because they are the man of the house, they can do and undo. So they don't think about the feelings of the woman in the house. The only thing they feel is just their ego. Their ego. They don't think about the woman too. They've forgotten that we women, we have our own ego. That's just it. We women, we have our own ego too. It's just that when you're married, you just have to put your ego aside and respect your husband's ego. But for the husband to be happy and for the husband to wanted to make his wife happy, should try as much as possible and remember that I have my own ego, my wife too has her own ego. So I need to respect that ego.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful story. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful story. See, those are the very good example of a virtuous woman. You see, in today's society, a woman like that will be taken for fool. They will think that she's stupid, but she's not. Okay, even with all her power can lock up the husband and forget about where they put the key. That kind of power can put the husband in a lockup and forget about where they put the key. Maybe throw the key in the lagoon. Okay, but yet with all that power, see the humility. But then you said something that really touches my heart. That the husband must have done something to unlock that humility in her. And that is a priceless word there. That is what we need to actually attribute this whole thing to. Both party in this situation has to have the ability to unlock the goodness in each other. Okay? Because human being, there is bad, there is good, planted right here in our heart. Okay? Whatever response you want from a fellow human being, it all depends on what you personally do to unlock such a humility from a woman who has so much power in the whole country to come home and kneel down, goes on her 2 knees just to be able to say hello to you. That is powerful. Okay? That is powerful. So, I think we are on the right path with the particular question we are addressing. How to make your partner feel valued in whatever role you are playing. Either you are the breadwinner or you are not. How to make your partner feel very much valued. Don, I see that you are back. Are you? Don. Okay. Mayor Lagos.
I'm with you.
Let me give you the opportunity to address that particular area. Thank you very much once again, Ms. Alabs.
So, from what Mrs. Alab just said now, I think it boils down to what I said earlier. Because, like I said, you cannot treat a woman in a bad way. So, you are now expecting her to treat you, even if that kind of woman does not have what it takes to treat you in a bad way immediately, she will also have that, that in mind. Like, okay, even she may not even be so conscious again, but when the time comes, she'll be either consciously or unconsciously retaliate. At times she might have even forgotten, but by the time she's trying to be, what you don't really want from her, she will remember the pain she has been through, and she will also retaliate as to you as a man. So that's why I said we should all practice this golden rule in the Bible that said, do unto others what you want them to do unto you. If you want to be respected as, in fact, it boils down to human beings generally. If you want them to respect you as a person, you need to respect people. It is a law. It is a law. You need to respect people. But if you are disrespecting people and you want them to, it's impossible. Because
You
there's a
mean
saying
law
that
of
what
nature?
you sow, you shall reap. Yeah, it's a law of nature. It's a law of nature. So most other laws, everything comes to this law of nature.
Are you finished? Mayor Lagos, I think we have a break in transmission in that area. That's exactly what is going on. Okay. We are getting close to actually offer their final words for the day. Okay. See, the society is changing. Okay. We need more men to be more educated about the scenario of things and how things are. Okay. Things will never be the same as the ones back in the days. There's no back in the days anymore. This is today. Okay. Women empowerment is real. It is real. You can fight it all you can, but it is real. Okay? The earlier the better women understand clearly that women empowerment is real, the better. The earlier we understand this fact, the better. Okay? While I am not saying that there are no women out there that are actually completely on the negative side, we know. Some women can be very, very difficult to deal with. Okay? So are men too. Some men are very, very difficult to deal with. But I found something very, very fascinating. In this area of the world, you will see a woman right in front of our child, name calling the husband. Is very common. The language I usually hear, is a deadbeat man. When you call somebody deadbeat, you know that is something. Right in front of our child, we'll be calling the father of that child a deadbeat man. You see, when family degraded to this stage, that is problematic. Because when you name call your husband the father of your child in front of that child, guess who you are ruining his life or her life? Not the husband, though. The child. Okay? The same thing goes for the man. Well, if you are a woman beater and you raise your hands to be beating your woman in front of the children that you people have together, guess whose life you are ruining? You are ruining the life of the children. Not yours, not the wives. Okay? So these things are very, very, very important. I'm not even only talking about a married couple that already have children. Some couples are together, they don't have children. Their behavior in the society to each other is much is much allowed than that of a married couple that have children. They have to pay attention. Pay attention. We actually help in a long way. We are seeing children today becoming completely nonsensical, growing up not respecting the adults. Children can actually call any adult he finds them fit any name he wants. There is one trend that goes in America sometimes. They call it sucker punch. Sucker punch is you be walking unaware somebody will give you a punch, either from behind, from nowhere. We have seen kids, teenagers, sucker punching an elderly man, an elderly woman, a senior, being sucker punched by a teenager. In some part of the world where I come from, that is abomination. And when they say something is abomination, trust me, it has a big meaning to it. When something is abominable and you do it, that means nobody is asking you to run away from leprosy. Go close to leprosy. But you must also be able to live alone in the forest. If you try it, that is abomination. So if somebody do anything that is abominable, there is karma. But unfortunately, we see our kids today behaving this way. Why? Why, you may say? These kids won't train themselves. They need us. And you see all this back and forth, all this behavior that we are inculcating right in front of them. That is the training they need. Not what you tell them to do. Not the rules you put on ground for kids. No. They had you right when you make those rules. But the one that actually sticks to their heart is what you do to each other in front of them. Your particular example in front of the kids is exactly what is teaching these kids exactly what to be. Not your words, not what you say. In fact, they are not afraid of the punishment you are going to give them. Okay? They're used to it. But you see, what makes these kids become a better men and women in the future is what they see you do, especially to each other. And that is why we have to be very careful. If we still believe in a better future, in a better family, in a good country, it starts from home, from family. Respect each other. What is the big deal, girl? There's no big deal in it. Respect each other. Don't belittle each other at all. If a man doesn't have a job, that doesn't mean you will call him a deadbeat. Okay? Find a way to help him. It's not all men that is easy to help, though. I must say that. Okay? I acknowledge that. But most of the time, the name calling should stop. And if you are a man and your woman is trying, please show her. Show her that you see it. Okay? Show her that you actually value those help that she's giving, she's offering to you. All these little things, let's pay attention to it. See, before I go, I must appreciate everybody that have come on to offer their own views. Miss Alabs, the Don, Mayor Lagos, Mr. Mayor Lagos, the Don, and then Mayokun, Philadelphia. I saw you, but it's unfortunate that you didn't actually able to join. And also Kem K. Thank you very much for being part of the show. Don, I see you are back. The Don, are you back? Or you are still hanging? The Don is still hanging.
It seems the weather back in Nigeria is so bad. It's raining heavily, so it's difficult for people to connect.
I understand that part. It's very, very understandable. Now, as I was saying, We will now say it is time to close this part of the show and look forward to the next one, which is next Saturday. Every Saturday, the state of affairs always addresses concerning issue to families, to children, to our educational system, to our political system, all sort of affairs that is affecting us as human beings can be addressed on this particular show. And trust me, you all have a voice. Okay? I will be publishing links to each show every week. Okay? So that you will have the link to be able to join, and then you can have a conversation with us. If you cannot join through the links, you can send in questions or send in your views. I will definitely publicize it. Everybody will see what you are thinking. Okay? So please, like I said, as Opito is growing, we believe that a lot of people are very, very effective in its growth. We acknowledge you. All the followers on Facebook that are now reaching 16,000, thank you very much for following. All the followers on TikTok that are now amounting to 25,000, thank you. We see you. And our YouTube followers and subscribers that are growing gradually, we see you. Thank you so much. Okay? We are going somewhere, but we want to reach that place with you guys. Together, we are a community. Don't see this as a one of those TV channels where you always tune to hear people and you are not hearing yourself. No, we are not drowning people's voice. We want everybody's voice to be heard. And that is why we make numbers available, contacts available, emails available, so you can reach us in person. Share your opinion, share your mind. As a matter of fact, with this topic we just discussed, if you have anything that is going on with you personally, we want to hear you. We want to find a way to help if we can. Okay? Let us grow together as a community. My translation of a community, this is it. In Africa, when you say something is a community, it means that you cannot close your door to anybody. You must have your door open. Somebody is going to knock. Somebody will knock. Either to say, what is going on there? Can I help? And you will open your door and say, please, I need your help. True, my brother man or my sister man. Somebody may knock your door and say, please, I need your help. You must also come out and say, what can I do to help? That is the kind of community we are trying to build here. Okay? If you see on the screen, there is a barcode there. That barcode is to help our kids show. We usually have kids show almost every week or twice in a week. What is the kids show about? It's like a challenge game that we always have for our kids. And when we do this challenge game, we give out a lot of gifts to kids. Okay? And we also assign sometimes to some kids that need help. Either help in the school or help to buy some school books and all that. This is what we do. You see, we need help. In order to be able to accomplish all this with all these kids that we go to and we reach out to every now and then. Yes, we want these kids to have fun. They will play games with us. Very, very interesting game. If you have watched some of the things online, you will see some of the games these kids are playing. Very, very interesting game. These kids are really having fun. But we just don't want it to be just fun without gift. Kids like gift. And in America's system, I see a lot of kids smiling their faces, receiving gifts. It's not just only on Christmas Day. They receive gifts almost all year. But in Africa, it's not the same. It's not the same. I can tell you, a lot of kids are not really in that situation whereby they will receive a gift from people. That is what we are trying to do. Reach out to every kid as much as we can and give out something on a weekly basis. That way, at least, we will know that we make some kids happy. We have a crew in Lagos that are ready to go. Okay? They are ready to go after these kids in schools, in daycares, in churches, in mosques. They will find these kids, pull them together and let them play games and have fun, and then give out things to them. Okay? So we need your help. The barcode will direct you to the right place to donate towards these kids. Please don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube. Follow on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter. We have good things that we are trying to do here. And I am pretty sure we are all good people. Be part of it. Help us out so that we can accomplish these good goals that we have. Thank you very much once again. And I wish and I pray that all our homes be peaceful. Okay? I hope and wish and pray that all our homes become very, very peaceful. It is only God that can actually hold a home together. It is not an easy job at all. So that is why I'm imploring you, please get close to God. In whichever capacity that you are, please get close to God. The reverence in God is so special that it will actually affect your home and bring about peace between you and your partner. And that peace is what I'm wishing you at this moment. Enjoy yourself till we see you again next Saturday, 2 p.m. New York times and 7 p.m. Lagos or Niger time. Peace be unto you, my brothers and sisters.
Badejo, please, could you try and eat this food this time? John Torí Ọlọ́run. Let's not allow this valuable meal to go to waste this time. Oh.
I told you, I'm not hungry.
How can you say that, Badejo? This past few days, whenever I painstakingly cooked for us, you dismiss it like it is nothing. Kílódé? I'm exhausted from watching my effort crumble before my eyes. Oh, they ṣàánú mi.
Nifemi, food is the least of my concern right now. Can you understand that?
Well, maybe we should talk about the elephant in the room, Abi. For the past 2 months since you lost your job, Okomi, do you know you have arrogantly rejected my help in alleviating our financial struggles? How much longer will you keep evading the grim reality of our crippling situation? I can no longer pretend to be oblivious to it all.
Nifemi, I am already experiencing an overwhelming sense of futility, knowing that I can no longer provide for us in this house. The weight of such a realization makes me feel nonetheless utterly useless. So I implore you, my dear, please refrain from inflicting additional pain upon my already wounded spirit.
Bádéjọ, àkàndá ọkùnrin tí kì í bá wọn náwó àná olówó orí mi. Please understand that you are far from being useless. The loss of a job does not determine your value as my husband. Mo fẹ́ kó mọ̀ yẹn. We are a formidable team. And I wholeheartedly believe that we will conquer this adversity hand in hand.
You don't understand, Nifemi. You don't. I was raised to be the provider, the one who takes care of his family. I cannot accept that I need your help financially.
Bádéjọ, I love you. And love means being there for each other in difficult times. My family's wealth doesn't define me either. You know that. Ó ti mọ̀ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. What matters is that we face these challenges together.
I appreciate your support. Truly, I do.
But it is hard for me to accept. I can't let you become the sole provider. It's against everything I believe in.
Bádéjọ, stop it. I didn't marry you for your paycheck. I married you for the person you are. We made vows to love and support each other. Remember that?
Yes, I remember. But it is difficult for me now to let go of my pride. I don't know. This is a family tradition for us. Like, we have to be the provider. I can't let you do that.
Bádéjọ, I understand your pride. but pride can sometimes blind us to the possibilities. We are facing a temporary setback, and it is okay to ask for help. I have the means to support us, and I want to do that for us.
I shall not succumb to the chains of dependency. Nifemi, the mere thoughts of relying on another person, especially you, sends shivers down my spine. Can you fathom the whisper that will echo through the corridor of society? Picture this, okay? Today, I find myself in the depth of despair, begging you for financial assistance. What's going to happen tomorrow? The world shall deem me a feeble, a pitiful weakling, incapable of forging my own path. I staunchly refuse to become a burden upon anyone. As for your father, dear, he shall bear no burden of mine, okay?
Badejo, this is not about being a burden. It is about being a team. Why can't you see that? I'm offering my support out of love, and you are pushing me away?
I can't accept it. I won't accept it. I'll find another job. I'll prove to you. I'll do this. I got this, okay?
It's not about proving anything, Badejo. I am here for you, but you are too blinded by your pride to see it.
I can't do this right now, you know? Nifemi, I just can't do this right now. I need some air, okay?
Badejo, wait, please. Let's talk about this. Please wait. Come back here.